What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Subnautica Below Zero. In the last episode, we landed back on planet 4546b. Yes, the very same one from the first game. But we are, well, we're in a colder area. We're in the Arctic this time, and we are, well, just getting started. So I'm actually going to make myself a few batteries to get started here because I need to make a couple of tools. Particularly a flashlight and a sea glide, although I need to grab my lubricant out of the storage container really quickly so we can have that. And this is going to allow us to move around a whole lot faster. Really nice. One of the most indispensable tools in the game.
Glide is a personal transportation device used for high-speed freediving. Contains a built-in light and map.
Okay, so then we also got ourselves a flashlight for when it gets dark. The Sea Glide also kind of doubles as a flashlight, but it's not nearly as effective as the actual flashlight proper. Okay, so we've got ourselves a few things for our storage, and now we can actually move around. Thank goodness. I'm actually going to turn the map off completely because it does not really have a whole lot of uses in this game. So let's start heading into the colder areas of the map. So this fish right here, this is called a, I believe, is it a hoopfish? Oh, Titan holefish. That's what it's called. Hoopfish are the little ones. Sorry. We're going to scan this. Titan holefish are actually really, really nice because all you have to do is touch them and you replenish some oxygen. Every time you come into contact with one of these, oh, geez, that thing almost got me. If you come into contact with one of these, make sure to top your oxygen off a little bit. And there are some areas where you will actually find several of them. But wait, there's more. We also have this. Frosted enemy heart. This right here is food, and it actually gives you a lot of H2O on top of that. They do go bad over time, so you can't hold on to them forever. But make sure whenever you come across these, you grab a couple for the road because they are going to do you wonders. All right, so we actually have some Altera equipment here. Let's have a look and see. You got a flare there. Anything that I can scan? No, you get away from me, sea monkey. I do not want you taking my stuff, but I will scan this, and I can go to the surface here in a second as long as the sea monkey doesn't give me crap. They will take your stuff. What we got here? Something of note. Get away from me. A beacon. Okay, so we can now craft beacons. That is something really, really nice. We'll have to do that at some point as I replenish my oxygen again. And dive further down. Hold on. I need to actually assign this to the quick slot. Luckily, this time I can actually select which quick slots I assign things to, so that's a big improvement from the first game. There's a couple of quality of life improvements that this game really got right, and I do want to highlight that when that happens, because it's not super common, but when it happens, it's nice. It's really, really nice. Some salt deposits we can grab for curing food later for the long trips. Not that you're going to have to worry nearly as much in this game about having or using fish to cook everything and to actually, you know, survive. You can actually rely on alternative sources a lot more. So we'll talk about those soon enough. Now I don't want to drift too far as we go out here. That's another sea glide fragment. I don't need that. I want to drift too far. I think that's a pangolin egg if I wanted to take it, but I think I'm going to pass for now because there is an area, if I'm not careful, just not too far away from here that is actually inhabited by a very mean critter. So we're just going to kind of stick to these creep vines and over by the life pod, at least while it's dark.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
You really have to give me the warning every single time we hit 30 seconds, don't you? Like, I get it. I know. I understand. But I'm not really concerned here. And no, you cannot turn those PDA warnings off either. I really do wish there were some volume controls for certain dialogue in this game. Oh yeah, comes complete with Northern Lights too, which that's beautiful. This game is gorgeous. Okay, I want to immediately dispel the notion that this game is not aesthetically pleasing, because there's a lot of people that say that crap, and I really hate it because it doesn't truly encapsulate the issue that people have with this game's visuals. It's not that the game isn't pretty, because it is. I mean, it obviously there's texture quality concerns, and that's a whole different thing. But as far as the actual look of the game, everybody knows it looks good. Of course, it looks good. It's a gorgeous game. It's more to do with the fact that it's not the same visual style exactly as the first game. Obviously, it looks the same. It was made in the same engine. Both games were made in Unity, which, by the way, don't talk crap on that engine because it can be used to make really good games. Hollow Knight was made with Unity, so shut up if you have any complaints about the engine. Anyway, it's not that the game doesn't look pretty. It's the fact that the first Subnautica had a very uncanny, eerie feeling to it, where
Oxygen.
you didn't ever quite know if you were safe because everything was super unknown. I mean, you're in the ocean, which is already a sketchy thing, even on our planet, but you're on an alien planet where you understand even less about what's going on down there, and because you don't belong down here, you feel like you're constantly, well, something's going to kill you, and that's a little bit of a scary thought. So, constantly on edge, there you could barely see beyond where you're looking. It gets really dark in a lot of spots, and this game gets dark. It does, but it's much more vibrant and it's much more colorful, and as a result, I think it slightly eases off on the dramatic tension and fear of the unknown that was so prevalent in the first game, and that is really the biggest issue people have with this game's visuals. It's not that it doesn't look good, it's that it looks different, and it looks different in a way.
Supply cache nearby.
Oh, okay. Emergency supply cache. Okay, we'll have to take a look at that beacon. Yeah, it looks different in a way that some people are a little bit cagey about, I suppose. It's the best way of putting it. So, let's continue. We're going to actually head towards that supply cache with a lot of reservations. We're going to be super careful here. I can actually turn on the light here. We got another Titan Hullfish, but I might as well actually surface here because that's just going to do me more good. The Titan Hullfish, I think, only gives you 15 oxygen, while the plants give you 30. So, a little better. Okay, we have creep vines here. Let's see what we got. Ooh, all sorts of stuff. Okay, I'm going to grab a few things. I actually don't even know what I picked up there. I think it was a medical kit. We got a mineral detector fragment. Okay. A new sort of thing. We also got an Altera PDA. Flares as well. And not really anything else. Well, oh, hold on. I guess I can scan this light stick fragment. Get away from me, sea monkey. No. Bad sea monkey. Hold on. Give me that. Thank you. Okay. Let's keep away from the sea monkey. I definitely don't want them stealing my sea glide. That would be a problem. There is a light over there that we're going to want to probably take advantage of here in a second. So let's go down a little bit further. Okay, what do we got? Oh, it's just another sea glide fragment. And, I mean, I could get titanium out of it, but I think I'll pass. Thank you very much. Okay, what do we got here? Any more rocks? Not really much else. I don't want to venture out with too much. I don't want to venture out too adventurously when I can't really see things right now, but I'm looking for a particular biome, and I know I'm on the opposite end of it. I know I'm absolutely going the wrong direction, but I'm going to start heading in the right direction. In fact, I think I see it literally right now. Wow. Wow, also, a red sun rises. Blood has been spilled this night. Legolas, is that you? Okay, well, I'm going to actually turn off the emergency supply cache because I no longer need that. And we're going to head down. So this right here, this is known... Well, I guess we're not technically in it yet. Hold on. Let's see if we can actually find the proper entrance to it. So just a second. I think we're pretty close, though. We're pretty close. Okay, this is it. This is known as the Deep Twisty Bridges. And the Deep Twisty Bridges actually has some nasty critters on it that we're going to want to be careful of. So we're going to head down. There are oxygen plants down here, which is good. There's also table coral, should you need it, which you actually will. And also, yes, we're going to get that warning. Once you pass a certain point, if I can knock that off, thank you. You pass a certain point, your oxygen is going to start to decrease at, I want to say, a 1.5 speed rate. Okay, there is the not-so-friendly guy. Let me... Oh, geez. Okay, hold on. Let me replenish that oxygen and get out of his way. So, yeah, those guys right there aren't too nice. Oh, my goodness. Jeez. Get away from me. Excuse me? Unknown? Something talking in Morse code. Hold on. What?
That sounds like a distress call.
Transmission of unknown origin. Source of transmission depth calculated at approximately 200 meters.
Can I get a marker for that transmission? It's definitely down in here somewhere. We just got a little bit of well, we definitely got something. Something's trying to speak to us, which is a little bit scary. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that. Okay, I'm going to swim on the top section of this biome because I don't really want to go down where those sharks are. But I do want to at least have a look around because there are some things that we can get around here that do not involve the depths. And there's also, I can also go after the oxygen plants as well. An outcrop, great.
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Oh, I'm aware. I'm going to go and grab this plant, though. And then go back up. Because I have a lot to do in this area, but I can only do so much at the moment in the current state. Oh, man, those shark guys are just not fun. And I really can't do all that much down in this area either. Oh, gosh. I think he is chasing me right now. Let's get away from him.
30 seconds of oxygen.
Another one right there. What do we got here? Something I can probably scan. Sea truck fragment. Interesting. Tech sea truck. Well, that looks different. That's new. That's not something that was in the first game. Well, we'll have to look into that a little bit more. Okay, well, let me dive back down. Because now we're suddenly after something very interesting here. Also, I see another oxygen plant around here. What do we got over this way? Oh, another one. Cool. I could get myself some more table coral. You actually are going to want to grab this because at some point in the game you're going to be searching for a lot of it, and I would highly recommend stocking up in the early stages. Otherwise, you are going to be regretting it later. I'm going to try to keep the remainder of these episodes, by the way, to 20 minutes in case anybody is wondering about the time on these. From here on out, they should be around 20-ish minutes or so. We're not going to go quite the length that they did in the actual Let's Play, so don't worry about that too much. Okay. I don't really want too much out of these limestone outcrops anymore. I do need more mobile vehicle bay fragments. And I am being very careful around here because of these sharks. Now, something to know about the enemies in Below Zero in particular versus the ones that you were up against in the first game. They're a lot louder, which is, you might think, oh, that's way scarier. Not particularly, and I'll tell you why. It's because you can always see them or hear them coming. There are exceptions. There are exceptions to that rule. There are a couple of critters in this game that are absolutely not loud, and they will catch you off guard whenever you run into them, and we'll talk about those a little bit later, but that doesn't necessarily make them scarier either. What is that? That looks very alien-y. Okay, well, we have something interesting here. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go back up. I really do need to have something that's going to allow me to breathe better in these lower sections without the PDA constantly rattling off that, hey, this might not be a good idea. So if we take a look at our blueprints here really quickly, you can see we don't have a rebreather, which is a bit of a problem, bit of a predicament. We're going to definitely have to see if we can locate one at some point. What we need to do is we kind of need to be on the lookout for Altera-esque equipment. Now, we got that distress signal, and there's that alien glow again. We got that distress signal, so we know that that's somewhere in this area. And as I continue to follow this area, I'm going to use these oxygen plants here, which if you know the exact path of them, you can almost use them infinitely because they will usually replenish by the time you need them again. Let's see what we got here. What is this? A rebreather! Hey, well, there we go. Problem solved. Okay, so now we know how we can survive down here a little bit better. Let's continue. Ooh. That is the source of the distress signal. It goes down in here. Huh. Well, let's follow this for a minute. We can use these oxygen plants to our advantage as we go. Maybe. I really hope we don't get in trouble here. I'm going to make sure that I can keep my oxygen topped off just in case I get in a pickle. Got creature eggs down here. But let's keep following this. What in the world? We got an alien base this early on in the game? Hello? It went away. Okay, I'm gonna actually have a bite of my Frost and Enemy Heart.
Critical.
Hello? Is someone there?
In a manner of speaking, we're running out of time.
Who said that?
What is all this?
Seeking emergency storage medium.
I can help you better if you show yourself.
If we could show ourselves, we would not need storage.
You mean you don't have a physical presence? Are you one of them? An architect?
Storage medium identified.
We will be lost unless we find a new host. Can you help?
Can you use my PDA for storage?
You are not with the group from before. Your cybernetic components bear their signal.
Altera? No, my equipment is, borrowed.
It will have to do.
Okay. I don't know how we got ion cubes this early, but
Longer than hoped.
Warning. Sanctuary power. Critical.
Our data can be downloaded from the terminal. We may speak more once the transfer is complete.
Yes, okay. Hurrying.
I'm here. Let's try it. So, you're going in the PDA, right?
Storage medium accepted. Brace from transfer.
Brace?